Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to another episode of Age of Fear, the Undead King, with me, Cornish-Knight. Let us press on, shall we? I believe it was this one I'd saved. Or maybe not. Might not be the right one, hold on. Exit. Oh, we're back here, are we? I thought I'd saved. Obviously I had not. Okay. That's my mistake. Sorry about that, folks.
After repulsing the second attack, Sir Edward had a reprieve from combat as he maintained his vigilance in guarding the army's rear. But no further assaults were made. In the canyon, troops were embroiled in combat for a few more hours. Row after row of the undead fell under the hooves of battle horses. Soon the canyon was full of skulls and corpses. Though the battle was successful, the price was very high, and Master Hadrian had been killed. Sir Edward saw many dead knights and paladins besides. The priests were doing what they could, but the number of dead were simply too many. Edward later heard that 1/3 of the Holy Order had fallen to the waves of undead. King William led the army undisturbed through the rest of the canyon. Eventually, the soldiers saw the ruins of the dwarven fortress. Rather than approach the ruins at night, the king ordered a camp built near the canyon's exit. Despite the day's successes, a pall hung over the camp, and soldiers whispered that the worst remained ahead. Tybalt approached the knights and stated that there was to be a short briefing before rest. In King William's absence, Tybalt led the briefing. He explained the campaign for the next day, discussed the heavy casualties, and distributed war funds. With that, he wished the men a good night. That night, the icy fields were eerily silent. There were very few animals inhabiting the frozen lands. Even wolves could not be heard at night. Every man in the camp felt the unnatural presence of evil. Sir Edward was not able to sleep. Instead, he went about the campfires recruiting more men for his troops.
So we get 750 gold. Okay, first things first. Save game. Okay, so now here we go. First things first, make him elite. So up how many people we can have. First off, who do I want to take in with me? I have items that we can sell, perhaps. Anything that we can sell. Holy Chalice. Also, they fixed the potion system, so you can now have 2 potions, which is really good. Personally, I think it's the right decision. It makes potions a lot more viable. Partly because otherwise you just go, okay, I'll just buy a healing potion, and then you wouldn't need to actually buy anything else. Because, to be honest, being able to keep your character alive is very, very useful. Berserker armor, nice, but we can't afford any nice armor, unfortunately. Oh, Doombringer, I'd love to have that, but can he do it? We need the money, because we need to figure out, do we want to get an archmage? Actually, probably we could check to see if we can have this guy level up. Skills, upgrade to archmage, no, unfortunately. I do want him to have meditation though, just because it allows him to get his stuff. Meditation is very, very useful. multi-missile, magic attacks, attack free, +1 per level. So that'd be useful for dealing with multiple enemies, or weak enemies at least. Chain lightning. Arcane Master, more base mana. We'll go with that one. So who we have? We have an Inquisitor. Not all priests choose to follow the path of mercy, and the Divine Inquisitors spend their training as warriors to fight the unholiest of creatures. Their deep faith helps them repel all known magic. So he has Bless, Exorcism, Heal, Magical Burn, Holy Strike, Magical Resistance, and Iron Mind. So he's basically like anti-magic. I don't think we have anyone that can be turned into one, do we? We have one that can be turned into an Inquisitor. Well, let's do that then. I mean, it's not particularly tough considering he's supposed to be a frontline character, but hey, sorry about this, folks. Right, so let's see. John Locke's still going, so we can level him up. Give him Expert Eye. Oh, we give him Steel as well. Then we have Jacob. Give him Parry. Give him Improved Morale. We have Trevor. First we'll make him Elite. Do we want to make him Brave? It'll boost his stuff up. Give him Parry. Cleave as well. Greater Heal. Basically, by this point in the campaign, you're literally just giving all your stats to people. Leslow. One of the developers still alive. Good, good, good. Since the amount of skill points we have probably indicates this is going to be a really nasty battle. Well, let's first make him an Elite. You've got 400 points left. Make him Blade Master. Make him Parry so he has a bit better defense. He needs to have Meditation before anything else. Right, we can afford either Greater Heal or Elite. Probably Elite, just because it means he'll last longer. Right, we can just afford to have that and turn him into a Battle Master. Can't make him a Paladin, sorry Defoax, but we can make you an Elite. We can give you... Right, we can do food. We can give him more health, or we can give him more defense and more attack. And give him more courage so he doesn't break. We can upgrade him to an Archmage. Yes, thank you very much. And then we shall give him... Firestorm would be nice, we can't do that. Chain Lighting, Multi-Missile. We can give him Multi-Missile. And we can give him Chilling Touch and Taste. Someone actually... We could give him that, which means he could have a Healing Potion and a Mana Potion in case we really need to start throwing stuff about. I do need to take someone out of my party though. I can't I'm not comfortable with having so many range units. Right, give him Poison Attack. Elite status. We have Bryce. He can have that. him, get him up. Right, so question is, do we take the fire? The thing is that I need to have some more fighters in my army. I've got too many. I've got too many range units for my liking. So, who do we lose? Problem is, all these guys are squishy as anything, so they'll get kicked in the head. Not too squishy, I suppose. Who do you want to lose? I mean, he's got a nice... I mean, he's got decent stats, but the thing is his range sucks, so I'm going to have to switch him out for someone who's actually competent. No, he needs to have his intelligence before anything else. This is the problem, I picked these guys up right at the beginning, so none of them are particularly fantastic. So all my guys are elite in here, except the Archmage. Grab me, meditate for him. Skills. Give them that. Just means they're a bit more useful to me in the long run. Right, we can have him as a ranger. That would probably be useful in starting down the ranger path. Right. First off, we need to give people some potions. Also, the developers have made the basic potions a lot cheaper, which is nice. Alright. He needs to have that one, which gives him mana back. So now he's got 2 potions on him, which is useful. Having so many range units does not sit well with me. Okay, I'll switch you out for him. The thing is that they're nice, but I don't know. This is the problem I have. I don't want to have too little melee in my force. Because if we think about it, we've got 1, 2, we've got really powerful him, and we've got... Oh yeah. The thing is, he's a combat priest, so he has to be close in. I mean, he's got heal. I mean, is it worth having him while he's got exorcism? These guys need to get potions. Okay, got 800 gold left. Is anything worth buying for him? Poison axe, what have I got? +1 attack, +1 defense. I could sell the greatsword. Still not enough for anything I really need. I'll sell that and get a bit of money. So I got 1,000 gold. Well, I'm going to go with this then. Hopefully this will be a good setup. I haven't done anything daft. We'll find out soon enough. I'll quickly save and we'll jump into the battle. We'll probably not be able to finish it before the end of the episode, so we'll probably have to save mid-battle and hope that we win, otherwise it's going to get really interesting. Right, let's go then.
The following morning was almost as cold as the night had been. The sun did little to heat the desolate frozen lands, and the knights were sorely unprepared for the savage cold and winds which their thin tent walls did little to keep out. There were few fires burning in the camps, as firewood was scarce in this icy wasteland, and attempting to forage among the scraggly, stunted pines nearby was dangerous with undead still lurking around. The surviving soldiers pressed themselves closer to the remaining fires. It was undeniable that even without the undead threat, the troops could not survive this climate for much longer. Despite the heavy losses of the previous day, King William decided that the best tactic was to attack immediately, before the enemy could gather even more strength. The army deployed in a line formation a dozen bow shots from the fortress and cautiously advanced, but there was still no sign of the undead. Two groups of scouts were sent ahead into the dwarven ruins. Edward saw the men just fall from their horses with no apparent cause. No arrows, no stones, nothing hitting them. They just fell from their mounts and never got up again. It had to be dark magic. Finally, the silence was broken as undead started to appear from almost everywhere. One moment there was nothing, and the next, all the fortress openings were swarming with the foul creatures. Zombies rose from under the snow a mere bow's shot from the army front lines. There was no need for an attack signal. The battle just started. Sir Edward was positioned to the far right, and he kept his soldiers in line as long as he could. When the first undead came into range, Sir Edward gave his men the attack signal, and they joined in the battle.
Vampire, I feel fresh blood, warm flowing blood. I'm not in a rush to part with my blood, vampire. I'd be too cold about it. A talkative sack of blood you are. Once we're finished, you won't have a drop to worry about. Yes, a new brother will come. You're quite obsessed. There must be some unresolved childhood issues. Aren't I right, Lucifer? The horse remained silent. I'm glad we're in agreement. Okay. So let's see what we've got. We've got Sage. Hungry for life force, we silent killers lurk in the darkness. Sage ambush unsuspecting victims, preferring those travelling alone or who appear weak. So what are they? Incorporeal, nourishing to movement, projectile resistance. They're regulars. They can steal experience. Inferison. What's this? Attack will not wake up at so they're stealth troops, okay. So we've got those guys. We've got probably a couple of units down here. I'm probably saying zombies or at least abominations. Nothing up here. That hasn't got anything. Hasn't got anything, right. And in front of us, what do we have? We've got vampires. Vampirism has been around so long that humanity itself it's been around as long as humanity itself, and it's not uncommon for vampires to be hundreds of years old. Vampires need life essence to prolong their natural existence. They've got backstab, which is +1 damage if they're attacking in the rear. They've got bloodlust, +1 attack, -1 attack versus undead constructs, plants, and elementals. Drain life, transfers 1 HP to self on hit. Blood magic, +1 R. Okay, so they got that nasty ability. Magic resist, undead, veterans, and they've got money. And they've got a pretty tooled up necromancer by the looks of it. and a Banshee. Okay, so that's an elite little group of enemies here, which I'm not looking forward to. Anything down? No. Anything in here? Nope. This is the main force. So a group of acolytes, a couple of abominations, skeletons. We've seen Banshees before, but why has he got a magical shield? Okay, that's going to be a pain. Right, you have to think about this logically. Those guys won't be affected by terrain, so they're going to be coming straight for us. I need to get a decent... Now it depends, if I send my cavalry out around this way, I might have to do that. This guy, I believe, is predominantly a combat healer. He's basically like, unless these guys who are prominently healers, he's like a combat person, so we get him really up close. He's massively anti-magic. Yeah, he's basically the guy you want to go after mage users. So still got one bloke here. Jump in here then. Right. There's Sir Defuax. There's my character. Right, so my plan is going to basically be this. We're going to advance into the gap here and hold. I mean, they've got a couple of places they could raise the undead from down there, which is going to be a pain. Those things are nasty because they aren't blocked by terrain, but if we put our forces in here and hold, it limits their numbers advantage unless they go around the top. We'll keep the knights in reserve and have them hold back so we can flank out one way or the other. If that's the case, then I shall put Edward up here so we can charge around that way, and the Fuax can go down here and charge around this way. What I'm thinking is going to happen is that the vampires are either going to go straight towards us or they're going to come around this way, which is going to be a pain because they're relatively elite troops. These guys are annoying, but they can be dealt with. These guys, the Banshees, are a pain. With a necromancer, this group, basically this is the fear I have with the necromancer in this group. They have the ability to become much stronger, they have the ability to become much stronger, more stronger, a lot quicker than first appears. Because what will happen is that they'll probably move here, try and raise the dead, and then move up this way. So I got a choice, I suppose. I could sally out. Ooh, didn't see that there. And there's another group of them. That's worrisome. What have we got? Black Knights, Skeleton Horsemen, another Necromancer and more Acolytes. Yeah, this is going to be quite a nasty fight actually. Hopefully we'll be able to smash quite a lot of the skeletons and stuff quickly, and then get on to I don't think I need them. There's no Necromancers in the main group, so if we wipe this group out relatively quickly we should be okay. We need to prioritise killing off the Necromancers before anything else, because they're the ones that will get, or to basically replenish their forces. I don't think the vampires can get people up. No, they can't. So yeah, they got two Necromancers. What level? He seems to be a veteran, which is going to be a pain. And him, he's a regular. Right. I have been told, though, interesting enough, that this spell, which is a lovely, lovely ability, works fantastic on getting. If you use it, it basically removes the magic caster's ability to do magic, which is fantastic. That's a lot. Those guys are going to be a pain. We had to deal with them quickly. Well, what I'll do first off, I'll try and hold the line here with my forces, and then worry about these guys, because these guys will be moving quickly, because they outpace a lot of them. Those dark acolytes are going to be a pain. The problem is I don't know how the cavalry is going to respond. If they move quickly and move up to support, then we're going to be in real trouble, because obviously it's a Black Knight and he's got double attack and berserk, and he's got berserk armor. It's going to be fun. So he's going to have to die quickly. Probably poison damage on him. I got both my archers do poison damage. We just shoot him full of poison, and we'll shoot the dark acolytes with poison as well. That should finish them off relatively quickly. We'll have to prioritise hitting the dark acolytes. We'll have to prioritise hitting the human enemies in this force with my poison attacks, because it should kill them relatively quickly. John Locke, he's my better archer. Ignores enemy defense above 2, affects only range attacks, yeah. So this is the guy who's going to be like really sniping out the enemy troops. Focus down these guys. Kill off the necromancers. The necromancer's got an absolute bucket ton of potions. Healing brew, mana concentration, brute brew. Yeah, that's not great. That one's not so bad. He's just like the backup, but that's the problem I have, is that if we don't kill off the necromancers, they're going to be a pain. Vampires are annoying, but as long as we deal with them before they start killing people, it should be okay. Abominations. So my biggest concern right now is there's a lot of banshees, which is annoying, but my biggest concern is this group here. If they move quickly to reinforce the main attacking group, we're going to be in for a pain. This little elite group down here is also going to be annoying, because they will overwhelm whatever forces I have. These guys are a pest, but we should be able to deal with them. It's if they start rising with effort. This is probably going to be an abomination, or at least cavalry, and this looks like it's going to be zombies, which could be a pain as well. So this is going to be an interesting battle. Judging from what time we have, well, I'll probably end the video here and we'll start the battle tomorrow. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, on Steam, or in the comment sections below. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.